introduce, we have, again, our fabulous moderator, Keith Goldstein, who is quite the community activist, well-known figure in the neighborhood, president of the Potrero Hill Association of Merchants and Businesses, and here's something I didn't say last night, vice president of the Potrero Boosters, which I did not know. And he's founder and president of Supes, providing grassroots relief to remote villages in Nepal. He used to be president of Food Runners, and he still does food running. And he just recently won an award, a Small Business Advocate of the Year for 2010 from the SSA Guardian. Welcome back, Keith Goldstein.
Thank you very much, Julie. Thanks very much to the Potrero Democratic Club for once again organising a debate forum among candidates for District 10 Supervisor. We had 7 candidates last night. We have 8 more tonight. We had a really compelling, interesting and informative forum last night with a huge crowd. There were about 140 people here, and we're getting close to that again tonight. The Potrero Democratic Club is doing a wonderful job here. I would particularly like to thank the President, Joni Eisen, who refounded the club 3 years ago. And I've had a tremendous amount of fun and working with the committee to organise these debates. Pat Cleveland, J.R. Epler, Manisha Mustafa, and Rachel Shapiro. So I'd like to thank them very much for how wonderful this room is here. So I'm going to continue thanking people, but first of all, how many people in here were at the forum last night? Wow, that's a tremendous level of interest, which is really, really encouraging, but really bums me out because it means I won't be able to tell the same jokes tonight. So, welcome to the kickoff campaign meeting to elect Dick Cheney president in 2012. And who would think in District 10 that we would all be here to support Cheney? Potrero Hill Neighborhood House are our hosts tonight. The neighborhood houses provide services to our community for over 80 years. I'd especially like to thank their executive director, staying at the back there, Edward Hatter. Edward has been fighting some tremendous cuts to the programs here. The Potrero Hill Neighborhood House has just lost $400,000 of its funding. Has had to eliminate 70% of its staff. Numerous programs directed at their youth, and they could really need and use some help at this time. You can, if you have the wherewithal of me, try to check out a donation check to the Potrero Hill Neighborhood House, which would be very gratefully accepted. You could also be a sponsor of the Potrero Hill Festival, which is going to be held on October the 16th here in Potrero Hill, with a fantastic Dixieland jazz brunch in the neighborhood house with wonderful music, and then a festival along 20th Street. And we have all types of levels of sponsorship that get your name on the poster, and people think you're really cool and sexy and everything. So we have sponsorships, and all the money goes towards neighborhood house programs. And if you are interested, you can see me afterwards and get a form to become a sponsor of it. So let's move on and introduce our 8 candidates for tonight. Just so you know, they've all chosen the seats randomly. What are you telling me, Rachel?
I want you to explain this to the candidate.
Rachel's waving the time cards there. The time cards. You'll have 2 minutes each for your introductions and 2 minutes each for your closing statements. Then there will be a series of questions that were either pre-arranged or from the audience tonight. I would like you to fill out your question cards if you have them and hand them in to JR at the desk there so that we have some questions from the audience. We do need to get them before the end of the second question so that we can fit them into the program here. And the questions will have anywhere from 30 seconds up to 2 minutes to answer. Rachel will wave the 1-minute flag when there's 1 minute left, and she'll wave the 30-second flag when, guess what, there's 30 seconds left. and then there's a big orange sign that says stop. And you must stop. No matter how important it is, what you still have left to say, you've got to stop. And I guarantee I have a much louder voice than any of you here, because Eric Smith and Nisi are not here tonight. And Nisi doesn't need a microphone, do you? So they'll give their introductory statements in alphabetical order, and the first